During the third millennia, in a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover. As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them, as America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how, by refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
And I said, hey, oi, let's chop your penis off. Oi, can I have me penis back? Why do you have dreadlocks, you white oppressor?
Royce Lopez.
Always be aborting. A always B aborting. Always be aborting.
breaking news.
Breaking news,
You're
guys.
hearing it only on our show first. Apparently, Donald Trump has worked out a deal. He will get the wall. Unfortunately, it's going to be a rock climbing wall.
Oh, no! The other side's going to be a slide. You climb the wall up and you just
lands into a nice, clean, chlorinated pool. And then you immediately get a welfare check. Fucking egg.
Oh, shit. He was a boy, he went to girl, now he wants to be a boy again.
Oh, God, just stay a girl if you're going to be this indecisive.
I think Caitlyn Jenner's a handsome woman with a great penis. Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with trannies. I just don't want to put that one's cock in my mouth.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast. Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time, here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce Lopez.
Howdy, y'all. Thank you to our great announcer, Roger Nelson, who we don't give enough love to. Welcome aboard, guys. Revenge of the Sis. Mike Sheely, Royce Lopez, joining you on this fine 9,000 degree afternoon.
Very well.
Good to have everybody here. Of course, let me correct you. Of course, this is actually Revenge of the Sis. I am Ashton Birdie. This is Baked Alaska.
What's
and we are
up?
here to join you.
So blessed. So blessed.
By the way, you didn't even need to say anything after "What's up."
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty much his entire
That's
personality.
the entire thing. What's up, dude?
What's up, dude? Gonna be reading chat comments. Because I have no actual stream of consciousness.
By the way, Ashton Birdie lasted exactly 6 days off of the internet.
She's back?
Oh, yeah, she posted something on Easter.
We did it, guys. We did it, Reddit.
She posted something on Easter about the, terrorism and Islam.
did it,
and
Reddit.
Some other talking point.
My goodness, that just was not going to last.
No, of
I
course
did
not.
say 12 hours, which I was shooting it way under, but
Yeah,
6
you were.
days is about right. Yeah, it's
You
good,
were.
good.
Yeah.
That was actually pretty good.
That's not bad. Good for her.
It's not bad.
Totally unrelated. How many days does it take for withdrawal symptoms to go away?
To go away.
Yeah.
Depends on what we're withdrawn from, Royce.
Okay, let me ask a better question. What stuff takes about 6 or 7 days to get out of your system?
Well, okay. So there's opiates,
Okay.
cocaine,
Uh-huh. Yeah, but where would you get cocaine?
California.
All right.
The place they are.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
If I wasn't in Florida, I'd start looking in probably around California.
That's fair. That's actually fair.
We're not saying that anybody's doing
No.
it.
I
He's
was just
asking
off
questions,
topic. Off topic.
completely off topic. You know, sometimes ADD.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like,
crazy.
bingo. I was over here 1 minute. Now I'm here.
You know what it is? It's those prenatal pills.
Building a white family.
Yeah, because we need more of them. We need more copies of those two.
Are you fucking shitting me? We need an army of them.
We need an army of them? What do you want, the clones?
I want to see how weird we can make it.
Well, I don't
mean,
want
it's
it to be
already
that weird. I don't want it to be that weird. All right.
Look, man, I'm going full alt-right again, ladies
Oh,
and
boy,
gentlemen.
there's a quick
so
turn.
Baked Alaska and Extra Birdie will have 30 white babies and increase the white birth rate that I'm in.
But those numbers are skewed and sandbagged because it's not 30 good people.
No more retarded baby wars, brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
Real quick. This is what
Must secure an existence for Baked Alaska's children.
Dave Martell made an hour video talking about paganism and coming after me. I just want everybody to know. I want everybody to know so we're clear because a lot of people said it to me. I want everybody to know.
Also, can I still say this, right? Like, I'm obviously always going to be on his team. I still don't really have beef with you, Martel. Like,
No.
this is like, whatever, it's shit talking. But I think I got lumped in with it yesterday. Oh, those fucking guys. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I didn't even like PJ. He's like, oh, those fucking guys. And I'm like, I didn't like, I was breaking balls. If honestly, if there was a scenario, right, where I show up one day and it's like me and some guy and Royce is being a fag, and I'll be like, what are you being a fag for? Sometimes you're the fag. Sometimes you're not the fag. And I was just breaking balls a little bit. And right away, you get fucking fresh.
So he made an hour video, and I just want to just let him know that I have not listened to 1 second of that video.
We don't live in mud huts no more, Billy. I don't know if they made it down there, if they told you not, but yeah, no more mud huts, Billy.
Yeah. Dave, I'm not going to listen to your... I have so many things to do to dedicate an hour to your ramblings about paganism. I don't care.
Now go home and get your fucking battle axe.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, Dave, I'm not going to debate you. I'm going to make fun of you. Deal with
You
it.
should debate him. That'd be fun.
Yeah, would it be fun? Fucking Tom Likas says voice motherfucker calling. No, it wouldn't be fun.
I think you should do it.
Debate him.
Yeah,
About what?
Stop dodging him.
I'm not dodging anybody.
Okay, Owen Benjamin. You should debate him.
About what?
I don't know. I mean, you should debate him the way I debate people. Which is in that I just show up and I don't take any of it seriously.
Yeah, here's the difference.
I make a mockery of the whole thing.
You know what the difference between Chris B and Dave Martell is? Chris B's still welcome on this show.
Okay, that's not nice. That's not nice.
Oh, fuck, man. It wouldn't be a debate. I would just be smarmy and making fun of him the whole time.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's how I've had some podcasts.
Oh, fuck.
I've had some podcasts that have done that. Like, come on, debate it then. You fucking Sivnat, Wignat, fucking loser, fucking coal burner, or whatever they
Whatever they
fine,
do.
whatever, sure, I'll come on your show. And then I go on there, and then I proceed to make a complete mockery of everything. And then by the end of it, it's like nobody takes the debate seriously. Nobody's taking me seriously.
No, of
nobody's
course.
taking you
No.
seriously. And nobody's taking this entire show
No.
seriously.
As a matter of fact,
and then
you
guess
know what?
Guess what? Then I kind of won.
By the way, I will debate you. I will debate you, Dave. It'll be fun. I'll debate you. And you know what'll happen? You're going to come out looking worse than I am because I'm not going to take any of it seriously.
We're working for the FBI now. You hear that?
Yeah, you heard us?
Big fat checkaroonies coming soon. Hey, that's pretty dope. When do I get a fucking Fed check?
Oh, it takes longer because it's from the government.
They're not going to shut down again, are they?
No. You know
we just signed with them, and they just started.
You know where they're pulling all the payoff money from? Social Security. It's fucked.
Well, can't they just get, like, you know what I mean? Can't they put us on, like, you know, I thought, like, the media and, like, the deep state, and, you know, I thought they functioned much like the old organized crime did. So wouldn't we just get a couple of no-show checks from, like, Blaze TV? Wait, isn't that how they would do that? Like, they give you, like, yeah, you get a no-show job, like in the mafia. So the deep state's like, yeah, you push our fucking globalist propaganda, and then we'll pay you. But wouldn't they have it structured in a way where you're just like a consultant at a garbage station, you know?
Frozen says the mods are still waiting on the Soros money. Hey, when we get the money, you'll be the first ones to get it.
There will be trickle down,
But we
if
need
this
it
happens,
first.
But I need
we need the money first.
I need my cuck money.
Yeah, and then we'll give it to you guys.
I need my globalist cuck money.
You know, even though we're not on FM, I took some advice from Bubba and I bought the Arbitron ratings. I paid
That's
them off.
actually now we're going to be in trouble.
But we're not on FM, so how could we be? We're not on
No, that would be in big trouble because now we would still get in trouble for fraud.
We were the
because they'd
highest
go,
rated show not on radio.
Yeah, they would go. This clearly doesn't. This is a huge aberration. Can we find out who these guys are? Arrest them immediately because clearly they've done something.
And then Sirius would immediately give us a job.
Yeah, probably.
Immediately hire us.
Did they hire Bubba?
Bubba was on Sirius for a while. All right, well,
Sorry, guys.
yeah. Hey, come on, man. We're trying to have fun.
Try to
today.
focus.
Seriously, you guys can't. We can't even put a show on because of you guys.
KJ says they did go on Alex Jones' show. Obvious Fed move. We didn't go on Alex Jones' show. We were on the War Room. We were on with Harrison H. Smith,
Yes, exactly.
the man behind the Gusto Montgomery
But I will be.
film trilogy. It's a trilogy.
I
Because
will be
everything's
clear.
a trilogy. We're selling
course.
trilogies now. We're trying to stretch it.
I will be clear. I would go on Alex Jones' show. Don't think I wouldn't. You have to go on Alex Jones'
Yeah, we'll
show.
go on there for an hour and get one word in.
Of course, it'll be worth it though.
What do you guys think about this? You got this Mueller report, right? It's all bullshit. We all know it's. What do you think, Royce?
Well, actually, I think
It's absolutely insane. I agree. And this is why we got to sell. Yeah, look, guys, we're under attack here. I need you to go to InfoWarsStore.com right now, 20% off for dick pills and other such related things. And also DVD copies, Blu-ray of Gusto Montgomery. I'm executive producer on the film.
Fucking,
We're going to get Royce here, of course, a copy of that when you leave. We'll get you some alpha, whatever it is, Brain Force. And we'll get you a couple copies of Augusto Montgomery signed, of course, by Owen Benjamin. It's gonna be great. Coming back after this.
Well, I guess that would be the whole break.
And then during the break, it's hey, great job, man.
You guys
we're
are
loving
really
it.
good.
Everyone's loving it, man.
Good back and forth. It's a great back and forth.
Is there? Remember, like there was that period on Infowars where just everybody looked like a hostage.
Yes, he wouldn't let anybody talk.
I love him. I love him. Like protect him and protect Assange, please.
Okay, so here's a quick little update on the Mueller report, and then we'll get on to
Did we get him?
stuff.
Are we getting him?
Yeah, Drumpf is done, dude. Drumpf is finished.
He's done. We finally getting rid of Orange Man. When are they? They're surrounding the White House right now.
Yeah,
right?
no, they are. CNN was there first. Weirdly, I don't know how they knew.
Jim Acosta.
Yeah.
Probable cause, right, to go and get this warrant to spy on somebody in the Trump campaign. But then we get to collusion and they find absolutely nothing. What's the disconnect here?
He looks like a failed Elon Musk clone.
I actually met him at the Four Seasons in Orlando.
Really?
Here with his family. Yeah, really nice guy, actually. But he used to be was it a senator or representative?
Did you shout him out of there?
Yes, I said no big. It's Four Seasons. Everybody there voted for Trump.
Of course.
It's always awesome when you're in a place like that. Yeah.
No more Nazis. No more Nazis.
They escort you out. The Four Seasons security guards escorting you out.
It's people in full Nazi regalia eating a fucking $52 dried steak, looking over and going, "What is his problem?"
I pay
get him
good
out of
money.
here,
I
please.
pay good money to not have this noise.
Well, remember what Bill Barr said last week, that the Trump camp or the Obama Justice Department was spying on the Trump campaign. The question is, was there a proper predicate? Was there probable cause to believe that there was a conspiracy or collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia? So that's the question that has to be answered. Now, to be fair, just because Bob Mueller found that there was no evidence of a conspiracy or no evidence of collusion doesn't mean that there couldn't be probable cause to look for it. In other words, a good reason to believe that it exists. But here's the problem, Jason. As you know, Trey Gowdy and I think, were the only two Republicans that had the opportunity to see that probable cause evidence, to see all of those FISA applications in unredacted form. And they centered around something called the Steele dossier, which
And
was
here's the guys listed in this dossier. He starts listing them all.
It's
off
going
on
off
TV.
on all of them.
People are like, what are you doing? No, you're gonna get everyone killed.
entirely false and fake. And now Bob Mueller says it was false and fake. Because remember, the Steele dossier said that Carter Page was at the center of a well-developed conspiracy between the Trump campaign and the Russian government. Carter Page wasn't charged. He was never going to be charged. The idea that he was a Russian agent was a joke. So the folks at the Justice Department, like Jim Comey and Andy McCabe and the folks at Sally Yates and others that verified this, they've got some explaining to do.
So, but what about the FISA court itself? I mean, is the FISA court to blame for this? I mean, were they just...
It was definitely all flimsy shit. The stuff I want to know, this is the answer. Because remember Adam Schiff? We talked about it on this show.
Well, can I just ask one very simple question first?
Sure.
Remember when this was a conspiracy?
Yes, exactly.
Remember when this was, you know, if you go on Wikipedia right now, you can find references to this on many pages still being a conspiracy theory. Mm-hmm. Like they still try to push it's a conspiracy theory, but it's not a conspiracy theory.
No.
It's been established.
What they did was look, Obama absolutely surveilled the Trump campaign. No, I don't know if he surveilled Trump's phones, but he did other people in his thing. Trump Tower was under surveillance. It was over a FISA warrant. It was over a Steele dossier. The weird part is the Mueller report didn't even mention the Steele dossier. None of the stuff in there was. So they used something phony to go after Trump. And now what everybody's talking about.
And I want to point out also, and still lost.
Yes.
And still lost.
What everybody's talking about is like, well, you know, Trump almost stopped the investigation, and that would have been not collusion, that would have been obstruction, and it's like the way I look at it is this: Trump was mad, rightfully so. Trump was absolutely mad, and I would agree, rightfully so. It's if somebody kept coming up to you and beating you up every single day, and then if you hit them back, you're going to be in trouble. The moment that he says this is getting ridiculous, they're going to ruin my presidency because I'm not going to be able to get anything done, then he's the asshole. Then they go after. It is again.
Yeah, you can't.
They
you
found
can't
nothing criminal. Now there's a lot of Elizabeth Warrens and other people saying the same thing, saying, "Oh, we need to impeach. This is enough to impeach." But notice they're not doing the impeachment. They're not going out because first off, they don't have the votes to go to do anything with the impeachment. So let's start right there. It's dead in the water. They're just saying these are all ploys now because just to get votes for the 2020 election. That's what's happening. They're going to drag Mueller out in front of the Congress and in front of Senate. They're gonna drag Clapper out. They're gonna drag Comey out again. They're gonna drag all these people out. That way they could just get more dirt on Trump. But they're never going to. Let me tell you something. They're never going to impeach him.
If they had a fucking silver bullet, they'd have used.
They would have used it by now. Exactly,
no
and they
way.
don't. And they don't have anything.
They have nothing. They have continued made up stories. But this whole entire thing, like, this is what kills me. Nothing's ever going to come of this from their side. Like, you ain't going to see Obama get Kelly. All these QAnon LARPers that are like, we're going to get Hillary and Obama and Michelle, they can share a jail cell. It's never going to happen.
No.
And that's what sucks. These people are all going to walk. A couple people get fired in middle management. This is how life in America always worked. A couple middle upper managers will get fired, and everybody will, maybe a couple of agencies will even get renamed, but stay exactly the same. That's what happens.
You know, the other thing is the Obama stuff. I find it funny that all of this collusion and conspiracy and all this stuff, all this Russia hacking our election, happened under his administration. So he knew this stuff was going on, and he didn't say anything before it. They were doing it on purpose because they thought even still Hillary was going to win and this was going to be moot. But like they said in Andy's office, they had a plan B. This was their plan B. They're doing it right now. It'll never be enough. Because now people are. I read a CNN article today. Mueller had enough to go after him for collusion, but he just didn't do it. So wait a second. The guy you touted as a hero, the guy you touted as uncorruptible. You know, there's people that have Mueller tattoos on them. For real. There's more than one person in this country right now that has a Mueller tattoo. They right now are sitting there in awe that they didn't get what they expected. By the way, I like how more people. Thank you, AG, for timing them out. Play the clip. This is our show. This clip, again, is up on YouTube. Do me a favor. Close this tab and go open this clip, you dumb assholes.
Snookered?
No, not necessarily, Jason, because remember what they receive when they're asked to grant a warrant to spy on Carter Page. The first thing they see in big, bold letters are verified application, all capitals. So Jim Comey and Sally Yates and everyone else that signed off on those are verifying to the court what's in there. And they're verifying that Christopher Steele was a credible source. They're verifying that the Steele dossier had been corroborated. None of that was true. So the folks that signed off on that, the court can only know what they are told. And they weren't told that Christopher Steele was out to get Donald Trump.
It's kind of weird how easy it is to get one of these warrants, right? It's kind of weird how they don't really ask too many questions. They just, it's like a rubber stamp that, these things are, and forget, these things are happening all the time.
Well, yeah, but they happened with seamless efficiency when Obama was president.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Obama was the peak of, like, Bush started it. Bush got a real lot of precedent going as far as, like, the government and the media just becoming, like, this weird, creepy conglomerate and the courts and all that stuff. And then Obama just, like, took that fucking stick like in a relay race. It was like, I'll show you, Bush. And under fucking Obama, it became this. And again, man, the Bush family and Halliburton and Dick Cheney, fucking, which, by the way, I got to see that movie Vice. I still haven't seen that.
Me neither.
I'm sure it's lefty propaganda. Okay, Adam McKay makes great films with those guys. But they were, like, very criminal, very dirty, deep statey kind of guys. But Obama, it wasn't about being black or like he's a fucking secret Muslim Jewish guy and he's fucking pedophile, satanic. Don't care about any of that. But he brought a taste of Chicago into an already really corrupt deep state sort of
Yep.
situation. And when you bring the fucking, he just brought that Chicago
Dirty,
creepy political
yeah.
boss. Like, we will fucking go to the court. We're gonna be like, you're gonna write this warrant, and that's it. You're just gonna sign it right here. Like, just, and you're like, hey, keep President Obama, and all the new, and they were just like, you just need to run articles about what a handsome fucking basketball playing foreign policy genius son of a bitch he is. And I was like, sure, let's just do that.
Did
Like,
you
just
see? Speaking
do
of,
not show pictures of him smoking cigarettes, or you are fucking fired. Do you hear me? Dude, do you know how much shit like that went on in news agencies?
did you see the blackmail that happened? What Gloria Steinem did this time? So Herman Cain, Trump nominated him for a position in the Fed, in the Fed. Gloria Steinem went on TV with a victim and says, that if Herman Cain accepts the appointment, we're going to bring out this woman who says that Herman Cain cheated on his wife with her, and that she could even describe his private parts. Herman Cain the next day on Twitter dropped his nomination. They are now blackmailing people
With not even sex assault.
No,
or
no,
rape.
cheating.
It's just blackmail now.
Yes.
Like, this is just.
But publicly, Steinem went out here. Let me see if I can find it. She went out and blackmailed him.
If I were Herman Cain, though, I would immediately sue her. I mean, I know she'll probably get that
Right.
fucking info leaked or whatever, but I wouldn't care. I would fucking destroy that cunt.
Let me see. I can't. So yeah, it wasn't like he raped anybody. I think it just inappropriate.
Black guy cheated on his fucking wife. Whoa. Fucking, let's get all the papers involved.
Yeah.
And by the way, I don't know, I think somebody said he's ghetto as fuck. Herman Cain is definitely not a Harvard-educated, like, upper crusty guy. Like, he definitely came from, like, a poor Southern background, and he still sounds like that. But that dude made a lot of money on his own.
Yep.
And legally. You know what I mean? Like, he has a mind for business and money. So, do I think he should be running? Well, no, he's not even running, right? He was just going to be in there. He was just going to be one of the consultant advisor guys. Yeah. Which that's like, that to me is great. You're getting a guy, because you already have all these like hoity-toity international cosmopolitan types. It's good to get one guy that's like almost like the equivalent of a military like sergeant on the ground, like a guy. It's like, all right, I'm down there seeing the shit. Like, that's, to me that was a good pick.
Yeah. Well, he dropped out because of it.
He's fucking whatever.
No, I should have pulled it up before the show. This just kind of.
And I love how these people will come out and they will destroy a so-called self-made, like Herman Cain to any person of color, like to anybody that looks at like Jussie Smollett as some kind of fucking hero or whatever, they will destroy a man like Herman Cain.
Got it. I got
These people who are like so woke and so about like black community and empowerment and people of color. They will destroy Herman Cain's life before they let him get a seat in the Fed.
And I apologize.
Because they're full of shit.
I said Gloria Steinem. I meant Gloria Allred. I do apologize. Wrong Gloria.
I was like, that seems to make more sense to me now.
Yeah, it does. But check it out. Here it is. This is just a clip from Tucker.
He didn't withdraw because he was in conflict.
Okay.
Cain withdrew his name today as a candidate to serve on the Federal Reserve. He didn't withdraw because he was incompetent or sick or because he was shown as an unsuitable pick. He dropped his bid because he was blackmailed into doing that. Attorney Gloria Allred teamed up with a woman who said she once had an affair with Cain, and the two said they would expose him to public humiliation unless he withdrew his name.
Ginger, if asked at the United States Senate Banking Committee hearing, will also be willing to identify certain parts of Mr. Cain's body to corroborate her testimony.
So this is it now. We're turning every political confirmation hearing into a fucking just digging through every kind of text. This is disgusting.
This is blackmail.
This is straight up blackmail. It is it is legal because they didn't even say
that's
like
true.
drop out. If they'd said drop out, but they
but
they did something to achieve
you didn't hear the end of
a
this.
desired ending.
Oh no! Watch.
To identify
Watch.
certain parts of Mr. Kane's body to corroborate her testimony. This testimony will not be necessary if Mr. Kane withdraws his name from the vetting process and or the president decides not to formally nominate him.
No.
You were saying. You were saying.
Wait, you can't say that part.
You were saying.
Everything up to that point was politics.
Right.
That was.
That was you better not. That was a you better not.
I thought she was gonna go. Look, we got a woman. She knows what his dick looks like, and if he goes for this job, she's gonna be testifying. So if he wants to assume that risk, wink, wink. But no, that was blackmail.
And of course, it's one of these lefty senators or one of these
Technically
people.
extortion. We're being corrected basically.
It's technically extortion,
but it's still pretty fucking up there.
Testimony will not be necessary if Mr. Kane withdraws his name from the vetting process and or the president decides not to formally nominate him.
Jason Nichols is a professor of African American Studies.
Oh, whatever. That's the interview. I don't care about the interview. I just wanted to pull up what she said. So then he did drop out because of it. He gave another reason, obviously, money or something. I don't know.
But like that's. Yeah, because you would drop out of a role in controlling the world's money because of money issues.
Exactly.
That totally makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But yeah, even just going back to what I was saying, look what they're doing. They're putting a whole machine together to destroy a guy that they should be glorifying. Guys like Herman Cain are what the black community should be glorifying, not fucking Cardi B and Offset and fucking what Beyonce and Jay-Z. Like, that's a self-made dude. That's a dude that like opened up a shitty pizza place, turned it into like 25 pizza places.
25 shitty pizza places.
Well, but hey, whatevs, man. How many shitty pizza places do we order from on a regular basis?
Very good point.
You know what? Those people get money. So like he did well for himself. And then I used to listen to him when he remember filling for Bortz.
He used to, then he permanently replaced Bortz for a while.
And I love Herman Cain, but let's be fair. You were always disappointed when you tuned into Bortz. And he was like, hello, I'm here. I'm Herman Cain. And you'd be like, where's Bortz?
Bortz was the fucking man. Reddy says $9.99. This is Clown World, lads. Be sure to honk.
Honk, honk.
Yes, type H to honk in the chat, folks. Antizygous, if Royce ever tries anything shifty, I'm going to bring out this tranny that can describe his junk. Just so you know, I'm serious. To the words girthy and noise mean anything to you. Oh,
girthy and noise.
Dude,
girthy and noise.
I'm a little worried now. That's right on the fucking nose. And noise. Noise.
It's very childlike.
It's very funny. So, Mike, it sucks because yesterday we had a hero, and that was, of course, the Easter Bunny in Orlando that beat up the fucking boxing Easter Bunny yesterday.
Yes.
Tampa Bay Times. Easter Bunny brawler is Pasco man and fugitive from New Jersey with a violent past.
He fought like one.
Anthony McDonald has gained national notoriety for fighting in an Easter Bunny costume in Orlando. He's also wanted in New Jersey in his history of armed robbery. A bar-hopping bunny who claimed he was defending a woman when cameras caught him in downtown Orlando brawl. Easter may not be so innocent. Turns out the man in the suit, 20-year-old Anthony McDonald, is wanted in New Jersey in connection with vehicle burglary last fall. He also was recently a person of interest in a carjacking and 2 armed robberies in Pasco County.
Ooh.
According to Pasco County police officers, McDonald could have relish in anonymity, but his face hidden in by the pink nose and the tall ears, the bunny costume. But after the video went viral, McDonald spoke to multiple media outlets, including TMZ and Orlando's WKMG. He even created an Instagram profile, Bad Bunny of 19. He said he's not a violent person. He's right. Had he could have kept the bunny suit on and still done the interview. They would have done it. They would have said, look, I want to stay anonymous, but I don't want people to know who I am, but I'll do the interview as Bunny. and he would have been fine. Then his Instagram, he would have forever lived in infamy, but he needed to show his face. I'm the type of person who avoids a fight by any means necessary, but in that situation, I would fight any day. McDonald said that he and a few friends were out for Sunday Fun Day. Oh, he should be arrested if he said Sunday Fun Day.
Sunday Fun Day.
Should be arrested.
Just like a bunny on Sunday Fun Day.
It's being Easter, they made obvious choice to hit the bars while taking turns wearing a bunny costume. As they neared Sac Comedy Club on South Orange Avenue, McDonald hopped into action. Okay, we already saw. Oh, I saw him spit on her, and then I saw, like a fight break out. McDonald was charged with 2 counts of robbery, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, second-degree conspiracy, and tampering with physical evidence. Police said him and his accomplices robbed 3 people at gunpoint, hitting one with a gun and punching another, then robbed 2 people by gunpoint before fleeing in a red SUV police said McDonald owned. In September 2018, police in South Brunswick, New Jersey said McDonald and an accomplice were caught under surveillance cameras breaking into burglarizing cars.
All right, can I do this, though? Jim Enward here in the chat is defending him, acting as his attorney. He says,
I like this.
He tries so hard to avoid fights, he steals cars to get away from them. You see that, guys? That is a dedication to anti-violence.
I can't go against that. That's
Not
a good
guilty,
point.
Your Honor.
Not guilty.
Dropped all charges.
Good job.
Jim
Damn.
Enward, top-notch attorney.
Yeah, seriously.
He had to steal the car, Your Honor, to get away from the violence and not create more violence. Oh, he's right there. He saved lives.
He saved
really.
lives. So here's another fun one. Starbucks is installing.
Your Honor, my client was simply trying to obtain a Sony Vizio sound bar, okay, for his family. What? That's all you have to say. By the way, I love the fact.
Just like his kid, the Reddit's dead.
Oh, I love the fact that to a small, weird shitposting community on the internet, all you have to say is Sony Vizio soundbar and superior sound quality, and people are like, "You piece of shit."
So remember when we
That's
had
deep lore.
Remember when we had that whole Starbucks issue when they told that black guy, those black guys, that they had to leave. They told the black guys that they had to leave because they were just sitting there.
And I mean, rightfully so, of course.
Yeah, because they didn't order anything.
Sons of bitches.
Because they didn't order anything. So Starbucks CEO came out and he says that everybody was going to be allowed there, even if you purchase something or not. Well, Mike, we predicted this, and I want to say, please listen back to the old episode because we predicted exactly this. Ready? Starbucks is installing needle disposal boxes in locations across America following OSHA penalties and worker concerns about drug use in the bathrooms.
Well,
Business Insider.
A little bit of drugs in the bathroom.
Starbucks' efforts to address opioid use, improper disposal of needles in its bathrooms are expanding. Starbucks stores in at least 25 U.S. markets have installed needle disposal boxes in bathrooms in recent months. But this summer, the chain aims to have installed sharp boxes in bathrooms in all regions where such action has been deemed necessary. The coffee giant allows local district managers and store managers to put requests to have sharp disposal boxes installed in their bathrooms. We are always working and listening to our partners on ways we can better support them when it comes to issues like this. Reggie Borges, a Starbucks representative, said in an email to Business Insider.
Imagine needing this. Imagine needing this. It's so bad. Fuck, dude.
Yeah. Starbucks has been testing solutions in recent months as workers' safety concerns have mounted, with thousands of employees signing a petition calling for Starbucks to place needle disposal boxes in high-risk bathrooms. The company also faced at least one government investigation related to an issue in 2018 after 2 employees in Eugene, Oregon location were stuck with hypodermic needles within a month of each other. According to
By the way, can we be fair here? You work at Starbucks, right? You're going in, you're probably the low man on the totem pole. You got to clean the shitter in a major city Starbucks. Your life's already terrible. We're not talking about fucking somebody who assumed some kind of risk at a hospital or something. This is some fucking barista that they're like, all right, go do the bathrooms. And you're like, whoop. And then let's say that there's no HIV. Let's say there's no Hep C. Let's say there's no Hep B. Let's say there's no, God knows, everything that's in those needles. Let's say you luck out and you get some of the clean heroin blood. That's still weeks. while they're screening your shit.
Yep.
Of you not sleeping at night, of you crying, of every time you sneeze, you're fucking terrified. Like, dude, it's fucking horrendous to visit this on people.
Yes, it is absolutely terrible.
Like, don't get me wrong, I was always, back in the day, pretty degenerate, but I was always a degenerate with manners. Like, don't leave drugs laying. Don't be a fucking ass. Just go in the bathroom.
Do your thing. Yeah.
Yeah, clean up. Make sure you clean the bed. Don't piss all over the seat. I was always very polite about, like, let's make sure we don't make a scene. But now it's just, throw my needle.
No, yeah, no.
What are you doing? This is horrible.
Somebody said, we got Boxon says, I came here to say something stupid and accuse story for 444. Thank you. Dave says, places used to have them for insulin injectors, but here's the thing. They're not installing those there for people with diabetes, because for the most part, people that do have diabetes, type 1, normally have to, insulin reliant. They don't even, if there's no sharp boxes in the bathroom, they put the cap back on and they keep it with them, and then when they get home, they throw it out. That's normally what happens.
Yeah, you're talking about like a diabetic or something.
Yeah, exactly.
A polite, normal human who needs a drug to survive.
Yeah, exactly. Drug addicts are not doing that.
Animals.
They're just throwing them on the floor. They don't care. They don't fucking care. Why would they give a shit?
And why would anyone give a shit? Because everyone else is doing it. It's because it's allowed, and it's become, like, this is the thing too. Like, this goes right into when I always say the term light fascist. Like, I always recall Rudy Giuliani in New York and how they just started kicking the shit out of all these junkies and all these people that were making things worse and arresting them. And it was, if you took a piss or like you were fucking smoking weed on a school day in front of kids, like, you were getting arrested. And they, you know what, man? People knock that shit off. If you know you're going to go to jail for some shit and spend at least 30 days in jail because you pissed outside, you stop pissing outside. It's way too inconvenient. So there weren't, like, even New York right now isn't as bad as comparably to like San Francisco and some of the
not yet,
like,
anyway.
Oh my God, but it's. When I went into Penn Station, people were just sleeping everywhere. Yeah, broken window policing. Thank you, Jackson.
Yep.
And it works. It works. You want to live in a nice area. If you want to live in a nice urban area, because you can live in a nice area if you want to move out to the country. You want to live like Mitch. You can live in a nice area because there's no people. That to him is nice. Ooh, no people. This is lovely. But if you want to live in the city, you can live in a nice city. But you got to let your cops and your fucking law enforcement do their job. And you have to stop faking the stats so everybody gets promoted. You got to, like, report things accurately. And you have to crack fucking heads. Big ass fucking sentences. Cracking fucking heads. Fucking vans driving around at night and scooping up these dope dealers and these fucking homeless people. Like, do it. Just do it. But they're not doing it. And they're like, well, we just need, can you get us a needle box? Because 2 of our baristas might have AIDS now. Oh, fuck. You know who wasn't? Yeah, I'll tell you what, McDonald's and fucking Starbucks workers weren't catching AIDS from heroin needles in Giuliani's New York unless they were shooting the heroin.
So check this out. Speaking of junkies, this guy was renting an apartment. Just to give you a quick background, this guy was renting an apartment, but he hadn't moved in yet. Like, he started renting the apartment in March, but he was going to move in April. But he had to pay for it because work, whatever. He shows up to the apartment that he's renting, and this is what he finds: sleeping bag on the floor, garbage bag on the floor. There's a girl living there, squatting.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that I was not supposed to be here.
I'm not blaming you.
Then you're not going to show me on that video.
I'm calling the police, yes.
So we need to break down all the stuff that's on the table. That's, I think, the first breakdown, because this is all her shit.
Well, can I just say she's got what we would call all of the essentials.
Yes.
Of life. You want, they say, what is it? Water, food.
She has communication,
shelter.
as a phone.
Yes.
Newports. You're going to want Newports.
You're not going to show me.
Some Swishers.
Swishers, yes. Skittles.
Got some Skittles. Got a spoon.
You're going to need that spoon.
On that video.
I'm calling.
Got a blunt.
Got some
roll,
weed.
Got some extra weed. Got the cigarette.
A cigarette butt
that you've probably been putting out on his brand new countertops.
Yeah, over and over
you
again.
Know, whatever, right? Because fuck them. Fuck society. Fuck civilization.
I think the drill was there. I don't think the drill's hers.
From the police, yes.
I think that was him from 2 weeks prior of him coming in and trying to go,
put a shelf
I gotta
up.
make a nice backsplash, you know?
My fucking clothes.
At least the bathroom's clean. So that's like all her shit.
Sir, can I,
Excuse me.
sir, wait, I don't want to get caught up in this. I just woke up. I don't remember last night, and I just want...
How old are you?
She doesn't remember last night.
That's a lie, by the way.
Yeah. How old do you think she is?
I'm going to guess she's about 23, 22. She does remember last night. These women, man, I really don't like women because they do whatever the fuck they want, and when it's time to take responsibility, they suddenly can't remember, can't recall, don't know what happened. Something happened to them. It's holy shit. When you talk about not taking responsibility.
I just woke up. I don't remember last night, and I just want...
How old are you?
17.
She's 17.
Can I say something else?
Or she might be lying.
The team backstage of Mersh's determined that is a lie.
Yeah, I think she might be saying that to prey on his...
Make him go,
You're a kid. Yeah.
Please just let me get home.
Yeah. Oh, look.
Okay, before the police come home.
Oh, she's fucking still amped up. Look at her, though.
Listen. I don't have no problem with you. Because you don't know.
So, you're going to let me just leave, right?
I want you to stay here for the police when the police do come. But listen, I'm recording everything. I'm giving you my word that I just want you to explain it to the police, but I'm not trying to press no charges against you. That's been recorded. I'm not trying to press no charges against you.
And I kind of get where this guy's coming from, because now I'm sure there's going to be some homeowners or rental insurance stuff because she fucked up some stuff in the house. You're going to need a police report because they always ask for that. So I get where he's coming from, where it's like, look, man, I got to call the police. You can't just, leave. And he even said he's not going to press charges. So if he's not going to press charges, I think she's going to be fine. Dr. Whitey Bulger, talk about Thought Patrol, am I right?
The person who has you here is who I have the problem with.
The person who has you here now, I'm thinking older dude. I'm thinking she's with some older dude who's also her dealer.
Oh,
and living there with him. That's my guess. Maybe I'm wrong.
What, did he see him in Bolt or something?
Well, no. I don't know, because, see, I've watched the video, and there's not a lot of description other than what the guy's saying. And this is his video. This is him posting it.
Been recorded. I'm not trying to press no charges against you. The person who has you here is who I have the problem with. Let me get a good picture of this, too.
You fucking snitch.
Yeah.
I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy. Like,
I think the spoon is the best part.
But it's a plastic spoon, right?
I can't tell.
It looks plastic.
I thought it was plastic, but then I looked closer and I see like a burn mark here. I don't know if that's the light.
It looks plastic.
I think
to
it's
me.
plastic. Okay.
And if it's I don't see any obvious drug paraphernalia
Outside
on this
of the
table
weed, yeah.
other than weed. I would just have to take a look around, and I would be like, if you got needles in here, if you're really fucking junked out and you're a piece of shit, then I'm gonna call the cops. But like this kind of shit, I would be like, I'm still calling the cops, like you said, for insurance reasons.
Of course.
But
leave,
flush the weed and shit. So like, you
don't get in trouble.
Yeah, fuck, whatever.
Well, but then again, like, imagine someone broke into your house and was smoking cigarettes. I don't know if I'd be that forgiving,
I'm gonna step outside. I'm not feeling good. I don't know what's going on.
So I don't think she's coming back when the whole I'm stepping outside.
Okay, but she has no pants on her.
No, she put pants on. She has no shoes on. And by the way, that actually you could tell it's a nice apartment, like the wood floors and everything. It's not bad apartment.
Right.
But the guy that posted the video says, when I opened my front door, there was a naked white girl squatting in my apartment. I have been renting the apartment since March 1st, but had not been staying there. On Friday, April 14th, when I entered my apartment to receive some clothes, this was who was in my apartment. I get why he's filming it too. I would too. You know, if there's a naked woman in your apartment, you want to fucking make sure that you're not.
In this era, fuck that shit.
You don't want to. You want
jail.
Yeah. That you're not fucking caught in the middle of that. All right. I said we were gonna get to this yesterday, and I'll get to it today because I've had too many people telling me, "You guys gonna cover this?" So we're gonna cover it. Let's see. Here it is. So this guy, fucking Adam Conover.
Yeah.
Conover, that's how you say it? Adam Conover. You guys know him. I'm sure you've seen the videos all over Facebook because it gets pushed all the time. Is that Adam Ruins Everything guy. Adam Ruins Everything is basically a lefty who sits there and he makes these wacky videos on everything you believe is wrong. And again, just to point out, if you do watch Adam Ruins Everything videos, you find out that his sources are always Vox, the SPLC, Slate. Like, he's very, very right-wing. So he was on Rogan's show, and they were talking about trans children hormone debate. So, you know, the fucking giving hormones to kids.
As athletes go, you know, we could sit here and talk for 3 hours about like all the different ways that hormones might affect your body and might not affect your body. And I'm not an expert on that, and I don't want to claim to be, right? But a sports with trans athletes who are, competing with with their gender, right? That is a sporting world that I'm more interested in, right? And I think we should find a way to make that happen. I know it's going to be really complicated and messy, right? And there's going to be a lot of debate about it, and it's going to be uncomfortable, and there's going to be a lot of arguments. But I hope that that's the world that we move forward to. That's my point of view.
He's such a faggot, by the way. Something else you need to point out about Adam: he's not a smart man. He's not.
No.
He has writers that put all this stuff together for him. People think that, look, he's so smart. He knows all. He doesn't know anything, okay? He's basically, the best way to describe him is he's one of these lefty New York alt comedians.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and not even really a comedian. It was probably like a funny blogger.
Funny blogger. Yeah, there you go. Like a Perez Hilton type.
My point of view is that there's a distinction. There's a reason why we make the distinction to have male athletics versus female athletics. The reason is that males have a physiological advantage over women. So in most sports, most physical sports, we do not have males compete with females. The question becomes when someone who is male transitions and becomes female, do those same physiological advantages apply? And what is the evidence? Well, the evidence in competition seems to be that it shows that it does apply, particularly in weightlifting, rugby, mountain biking, power heavy sports that favor larger people, stronger bodies. Males that transition to females have a significant advantage in their breaking world records. So if you're a woman and you're a natural woman and you don't take any extra hormones or male hormones, you're not taking steroids or any sort of performance-enhancing drugs, you're doing your very best to compete and you're at the top of the heap. But then someone comes along that was a man for 30 years and decides that they're going to be a woman, and this has happened, and literally transitioned a few months ago, and competes as a woman and destroys records and dominates you.
Yeah, it's been happening more and more. We've talked. There used to be outliers even when the show first started, but there was a track team, a high school track team where there was just two black dudes turned into girls all of a sudden, and they were destroying everybody. The guy who broke all the powerlifting records was just a dude breaking powerlifting records.
And there was that
the MMA fighter,
Fallon Fox,
that broke the orbital bone.
It was brutal.
Yeah, it was brutal. Like, no, you're not allowed. You're not allowed. You're not allowed.
Biologically a male, and who is a male for 30 plus years of having testosterone run through their body and affect their tendon strength and affect the shape of their bones and the mechanical advantages of the male hips versus the female hips, and then they're competing with smaller people who have been a woman their whole life. It's not fair. It's as much cheating as taking steroids when the other person doesn't, or taking performance enhancing drugs when the other person doesn't. Maybe even more.
But
There you go.
just said-
There you
exactly.
go, Joe. I was gonna
And
say.
I think
it's
more.
way
I think
worse.
more.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because guess what? A lot of them are on. They are on roids.
They
That's what
are.
they're doing
They're
to get
taking
turning them in.
HRT. They're
And you
taking
think they're not gonna
testosterone.
overdo it?
Yeah. If you're a female becoming a man, you're taking testosterone.
Maybe even more so because you also have there's a bunch of advantages in terms of reaction time that males enjoy. It's some significant difference in reaction time between males and even untrained males versus female professional athletes.
Well, I disagree, and I.
What do you disagree about?
I love this is the perfect example of a leftist that's
Yeah.
like, well, I disagree.
You,
Like,
but what do you
but
disagree?
what though? I just,
yeah, but
I
I
just pointed out
cited things. Yeah.
And now what's your argument?
Yeah, I disagree. And then notice
No.
something. There's
My argument is no.
there's a running theme with this little interview. The interview is him saying, "Well, I'm not an expert. Well, I'm not an." He says that a lot. Watch.
I've already my main point being the one that I already made, right? That like I don't think that there is such a thing as a perfectly level playing field. I think we decide what kind of playing field we want to have.
Sure, but we do make the distinction where we don't allow men to compete in women's divisions.
And I think that distinction may be breaking down a bit, right? And I think it may be time to break down that distinction a little
So
bit.
you think that males...
Let me point something out. I want to point something out. A guy.
You know who else hates this? Feminists.
Yeah. Adam, a guy who's never played a sport a day in his life, who's never played a sport or done any athletic activity, and
He
never
doesn't look like a guy who even played like casually a
No,
sport.
I played football in college 1 year. I played baseball when I was in middle school and stuff. This guy's never, ever played a sport.
Yeah, I played Little League. I
Yeah.
played fucking JV football one
Yeah.
year. Like, it wasn't good. But
And I wasn't good
but
either.
played.
That's why I didn't.
But
yeah.
you still learn a fucking lesson from it and experience. And you can kind of go, wow, yeah, I've been hit hard. And I know that.
His Joe Rogan, look, man, again, we always criticize, but in this particular this argument, we have to be fair. Joe Rogan is bringing up, no, here's actually what happens. Here's what happens when you take this, when you take that, and it affects this and affects that. I don't agree.
I was going to say, well, I disagree.
Well, that's not how it works, Adam.
And I think it should be different.
Right, and I think it may be time to break down that distinction a little bit.
So you think that males should be able to compete in the women's division of weightlifting?
No, I don't necessarily. But
they can if they transition.
Well, first of all,
he's that's it. Windows XP shut
Can
down.
we all agree?
Yeah.
Rogan's not exactly fucking Ben Shapiro.
No, but compared to this guy,
What I'm saying is, like, if Joe Rogan is frying your fucking sensors,
yeah, he's crushing
you are
him.
not. You're not Mr. Super Debate. It's not like you could either easily have had Jordan Peterson there. You could have had Ben Shapiro there. But no, you have Joe Rogan completely shorting your system out.
Neon Fire Squaw says his mom got dodgeball canceled. That's exactly who Adam is. The one.
Not
who goes,
my son.
No.
But yeah, and you notice to Joe too. Like Joe isn't even like getting riled up
No,
or anything. He's
very
just
chill.
Like, no, man, it's just that's terrible. And you're like, well, I'm not. What I'm.
He's losing it.
Joe Rogan right now is being the cop that comes in with just a cup of coffee, and it's just like, oh man, so tell me about it. What happened?
Turns the
And
light
you're
on.
like, all right, look, man, the fuck. She just kept nagging me and nagging me and nagging me. And I just started stabbing and I started stabbing. And Joe's like, all right, cool, man. You didn't even sip your coffee or anything, but you're under arrest.
You know what?
Didn't
This is a
even do
good
anything.
point. When it comes, Rogan might not be the smartest guy with everything, but AJ's got a good point. Joe knows about this. He cares about it because of MMA, and that's a good point. Like this
Yeah.
is something that he actually does know
It
about.
is true. It's one of his go-to debates that he's done many times.
Yeah,
He
he
kinda
can
knows
easily,
around
yeah.
it. But even that, it's like he's still not like.
He's not going that hard on him.
Yeah, he's just going like, well, I'm just saying, like reaction times, their hips are built differently. Well, you're stupid. Did I disagree?
That's not an answer.
And Joe's just, you can tell he's a little extra high in this one.
Yeah.
He's just like, man, what are you talking about? It's crazy. Don't do that.
There's a lot of stuff to break down, right? And I'm not an expert on the subject, right? So it's just sort of off the top of my head. One thing is, you're postulating a particular person who decided to transition at the age of 30, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were very big and strong before, right? And they decided.
But no. He's not postulating it. That has happened. The power lifter.
So far, the only trans athletes have been ones that are like, oh, I could cheat so easily.
Yeah.
I'll fucking go
What
murder
are
these bros.
what are you talking about?
the transition. Now, that is a type of person that exists, right? I think over the next certainly 30 years, we're going to see, now that people are starting to understand that being trans is just a way that people are, right? They're just people who are trans, and this is something that we're going to accept and support.
Hey, Adam, I have something to tell you, buddy. If you think we're going to spend the next 30 years giving less than 3% of the population this much ground to keep fucking our systems and our institutions up, I think you got another thing coming, pal, because everything's cyclical, and I have a very big feeling that this is all going to get shut down at some point.
Adam is somebody, and everybody knows somebody like this, who thinks the entire country is Brooklyn. Because these people live in these echo chambers. They live in these. If you live in Brooklyn, you live in Chelsea, you live in these places. All you're hearing all the time is, "You're right, trans athletes." And
yeah, I don't know why I said 3%. Sorry, Mysterio. But yeah, it's less than 0.5%.
Less than 0.5%.
Yeah, but it's like you think we're gonna keep shutting down every goddamn town hall meeting and every meeting of the athletic commission in every state of the world every day for the next 30 years over these people. I think you have another thing coming. I think something's going to come to a head and people are going to go, look, we don't give a fuck. Be trans. But enough of this nonsense.
Yeah, stop.
Enough.
Support, right? You're seeing folks transition much earlier age,
well,
and so if someone is
let me tell you something.
Joe almost never interrupts.
No, but look at Joe's face. You never see Joe do this face. I've never seen him be this. Watch, this is Joe at his most upset.
Much earlier age,
well,
and so if someone is,
did you see that's Joe hiding, and again we fucking criticize Joe a lot. But that's Joe hiding disgust. Did you see him? He was holding the disgust in.
If someone is, transitioning from the age of 7 years old.
And I think a bit of empathy, too. I think he's just feeling empathy.
Like, this guy's a stupid man.
Because, when I think of that, too, I'm like, oh, those fucking kids, man. Like, you're doing this. People like you were doing it, Adam.
Right. Working with those hormones, from that age, right? They're not going to have, their body situation is going to be very different than the one that you postulated, right?
Adam reminds me of and even looks like, and this is just for you and maybe 2 people listening, Nathan.
I also know.
Oh, and by the way, you shouldn't be using postulated more than once in a conversation because then you sound like a guy with a limited vocabulary.
That's correct.
From my trans friends that the effects that the hormones have on your body are really profound, really profound. We're not to a surprising degree, right? And so, I have, look, if the question is how does a person who starts taking hormones at a particular age, right? How does their body change, and how does that affect vis-a-vis athletic performance? I don't know. We're in such new territory here, right?
Yeah, we certainly are, and we just scratched upon the idea of kids transitioning at a very early age. I mean, there's been more scientific evidence that points that if kids don't do that, then when they wanted to be trans at an early age, they just become gay men, and that there's nothing wrong with that either. There's no reason to give kids hormones, and there's no reason to decide before a person's frontal lobe is completely fully developed, which doesn't even take place till 25. People don't know who they are. A 7-year-old, you won't even. People don't even give their 7-year-old phones. You don't let them vote. You're going to let them decide what sex they're going to be for the rest of their life.
The research that I've seen, and again, I'm not an expert on this, and
This is a theme.
Well, here's the thing.
I wish someone would cut up the "I'm not an expert." How many times he says it?
For a guy who's not an expert, you sure like to sound like one, and you sure like to tell everybody how it needs to go.
You have a show telling people why they're wrong.
And I'd love to. This is a conversation. This is something I'd love to talk about on our show, and I'd specifically love. This is the kind of topic where I really want to make sure that I know the research and that I'm, also speaking to trans folks, in this conversation. But so to touch on just what I've, my own experience and what I've.
Well, okay. Are you going to speak to people that have trans regret? Or are you just going to speak to the ones? See, that's the thing. They built these straw man arguments out of well, my trans friends. Okay, but are you going to talk to the people that regret it? Because there's a lot of people that regret it. But no, they only talk to boost their argument.
The research I've seen is that trans kids from a young age, they are incredibly consistent in when they're expressing their gender identity.
What research is
That's
this?
a big generalization. You're talking about a lot of human beings.
Yeah, but
that's fits this narrative by saying they're incredibly consistent. But like, if you polled these people, like, what are you talking about? Like, if you,
I mean, that's I don't have the research in front of me that I saw.
You don't have. You know why you don't have the research in front of you? Because there's literally no research. A Vox article isn't research. Something on Pink News isn't research, Adam. I've always hated this guy. I've hated this guy since he started.
I've always hated him. It's
so I can't like go into the details on it, but like, yeah, it was research that was surveying and tracking like trans kids who declared their identity from a young age. Did it change? The answer was generally no, it really didn't. I have a friend who has a trans kid. Don't know the kid's exact age, but we're in the age range that we're talking about. And
you have a friend with a trans kid in the age range you're talking about. You and your friend should be removed from society, and the child should, luckily, hopefully young enough, be put in a good home. Because everything is, I have a friend. The left's sources, these fucking loony people's sources, is always their friends or their buddies or a cousin or when the abortion debate, the girl that got raped. It's always that. It's always that.
This guy's just raw propaganda. That's all it is.
Yeah, of course.
He's explained that like, well, my child from a very young age consistently like said, I am a girl. Like, and has never contradicted themselves, never changed their mind. And so the humane thing.
They have said consistently that they are a girl because these lefties don't understand cause and effect. Their parents have probably been nailing into them since they could talk. Even before they could talk, you don't have to be a boy or a girl. You can pick. You can pick. So the kid thinks it's a game. And they'll pick girl and they stick with girl. Shut the fuck up.
And the thing that he felt was good to do as a parent was to like embrace that choice on his child's part, right? And yeah, that's
embrace that choice, meaning hormonally.
I shouldn't even phrase it as a choice, like embrace that identity.
But it is a choice, right? I mean, if you're choosing to add hormones to a child's body, that's a choice.
It's a choice blockers. It's a choice on the part of the parent. It's not a choice on the part of the child.
Okay, so what you're saying is that the parent has a choice to give hormones, but the kid has no choice. This doesn't make any sense. Their whole argument falls apart. It's so wonky. These people have SJW themselves into such a corner that they don't know how to get out of it.
To like, in the same way that being gay isn't a choice. Yeah.
Okay, but if that's who they are, if they think that they're a girl, why do you have to give them hormones to make them more of a girl?
It's a goddamn good question. Well, I'm not an expert.
Because I'm sorry, can you expand?
Yeah, because I'm still thinking. You repeat it a couple of times.
Yeah.
He might as well throw a fucking smoke bomb down and just run.
Yeah, at this point, he's never gonna go back on this show again. I guarantee you. Joe made him look like a fool.
It's a simple question. If you say that the child thinks it's a girl, so you're going to give the child hormones.
Mm-hmm.
If the child thinks it's a girl, let it be a girl. Like, you don't have, why are you adding hormones? If you're shooting hormones into a child and you're affecting the child's development, you're saying that's not a choice. That's nonsense. Of course it's a choice. You're choosing to chemically change this child's body. You're choosing to inject things into this child's body on a regular basis that are going to radically affect the physical development of their body.
Yeah.
And you're saying that this isn't a choice. Well, it's definitely a choice to do that.
So
KKK says transgender athletes are great. Once again, men have proven they are better than at women at everything. So they even make better women. Yes, thank you, KKK.
So what trans people express, and again, I'm not an expert. This is from me talking to my trans friends and seeing what other trans folks say.
I hate this man.
Everything, but I'm so, you know what?
I hate this man. I hate this man. I hate this man. I hate this man.
I am so glad that this happened, though, because so many people have been loving this guy and saying how great he is and how awesome he is. And he's just breaking stuff down, man. He just deals in facts. And you realize he has no facts. He's not a smart man. He's a dumb man. I have no research. What research? What's his schooling? Does he have a degree in anything?
You see my trans friends.
Yeah, but that's not having a degree. Having somebody who mutilated their genitals is not allowed to be a reference point in a research paper. You can't do that. There's never been a research paper that started with, and Dr. Smith has a friend who mutilated his genitals, so that'll be the control source. That's not how it works. All right, we got to go to break. We got to go to break. Look,
we got to take a little break.
Listen, we're not going to play the whole 20-something minute video. I think we get the point. Adam's a fucking idiot.
I get the point.
We will.
I'm trying to remember, what is that from?
RevengeOfTheSys.com/XPN. That's ProXPN. Get protected. Don't grawdog the internet like a fucking weirdo and get internet AIDS. RevengeOfTheSys.com/XPN. Don't forget, folks. Don't forget. The best way to help the show is to go to RevengeOfTheSys.com/donate. A whole bunch of ways to donate. And, of course, the best way is Patreon. Patreon.com/we're-not-sorry. Become a patron. Help us out. It helps us make some money and do this show full time and give you between Mike and I, 6 hours of content that we give you a day. And
my cousin Vinny, by the way. Chris Jackson figured it out.
JPCROTC says, Adam went to liberal arts college. Shocked. There you go. That's what he is. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Revenge of the Sys.
Exciting 2 hours of television is back with an all-new Revenge of the Sis. As Royce and Mersch continue to track an international deep state pedophile ring, their journey to the nation's capital is put on hold as Orlando's best police cops receive a cryptic message from an old colleague.
It's a message from my old partner. He needs to see us in Los Angeles right now. Says it's related to our case.
Do you trust him?
As much as I trust you, partner.
What's to know then? A detour from their original investigation finds these no-nonsense detectives in the middle of Hollywood.
Thanks for meeting me. We can't talk long. They're probably following me.
Who's following you?
The Podesta brothers. They've got eyes everywhere, Lopez.
Now trapped between deep state globalists and the Hollywood elite, Lopez and Mersch are on the case. They're no longer avenging Orlando. They're saving America. And this week, they're taking on Pedowood.
I've been working this case. This Dan Schneider guy, producer at Nickelodeon, he's into kids. Or feet. Or kids' feet.
Yeah, the iCarly guy.
How do you know all this?
Thanks for meeting me.
No problem, Miss Bynes.
This is Amanda Bynes? Jesus, she looks terrible.
Dude, she can hear you.
Watch this week as the web grows bigger, the case becomes more complex, and more older model cars get wrecked and plenty of nameless extras get shot. This week on an all-new Revenge of the Sis, followed by Nazi Lawyer. USA, hotels don't have Netflix.
For this performance in Delaware.
To make your shopping day a little easier.
Mervyn's Dollar Day sale is going on right now, and that means great buys on clothes for kids. All this week, you can save on boys' clothes by Campus Le Tigre. Short-sleeve Le Tigre knits are the shirts all the boys will be wearing back to school.
Do you like pranks, guns, and jokes about retarded people? Well, so do we, but odds are your liberal snowflake friend doesn't. How would you like an easy, cost-effective way of screwing with that friend anonymously without losing your Twitter account? Guns for Tards is the perfect way to trigger SJW anonymously through the mail. For a low fee, your target will receive a beautifully designed professional mailer from our fictional Guns for Tards charity, containing a thank you letter for their donation. They'll be led to believe that money was donated in their name to a charity that advocates Second Amendment rights for the mentally handicapped people in their area. For a few extra bucks, they will receive pictures and a detailed profile of a retarded person who they helped harm. It's all fun and games, well, except for that idiot who gets this in their mailbox and freaks out. Messing with someone through the mail is effective. Most people do it trolling over the internet, but regular mail is way more invasive. Whether it's a boss, an ex, or a liberal professor you don't like, this is the perfect way to screw with someone anonymously for the cost of a cup of coffee.
Well, a cup of coffee in Manhattan, in a fancy coffee shop. Check out www.gunsfortards.com and select a package today. Use promo code MERSH for 10% off.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We can make him better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster. A new night, a new time. The Sully Show returns to More Like Radio, Tuesdays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern before Dutch and Royce. Tuesday nights will never be the same.
I am the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace. I am a thatched roof cottage in Wales. I am the best of Great Britain. I am British Caledonian Airways.
From Time Life Music comes a one-of-a-kind Rat Pack collection, their most bigoted songs. All your favorite once-acceptable hits like Drunk Old Injun.
The drunk old Injun squatting in his teepee, fire water keeping him warm.
Jewish Nose.
She's got a big, beautiful Jewish nose, and it's there 2 minutes early wherever she goes.
Dean Martin singing Chinaman's Chants.
And Mr. Chinaman say in his Chinaman way, a ding-a-ling, a ching, a chong, a ching, a chong, choo.
Pew, Stinky Frenchman.
Paris is lovely and Nice sure is nice, and Marseille is charming with champagne on ice. But you stinky Frenchmen haven't a clue. Pew, stinky Frenchmen, frog you.
Hey there, Fruity.
Hey there, Fruity, you can do my hair. Hey there, Fruity, don't touch me down there. Hey there, Fruity, again, I don't approve.
And many more.
Second hour Revenge of the Sis Tuesday show. Thank you for staying with us, folks.
And if you didn't stay, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, no,
Let's
seriously.
be frank
You know
here.
what? Get out of here. Go.
I didn't watch you anyway.
Go. Bye. Bye, girl. Mike, I know that you're always, and this, you sent me this, so you can't even get mad. But Mike's always bringing me the freshest beats.
I like to, look, I told you that I have a vision for this program.
And
we need to start taking Adam 22's lunch. So I want to start breaking all the hot new rap artists on this show before them.
This is the anomaly.
We are the new tastemakers, folks.
You brought a rap thing.
I didn't bring this. Swally brought this to us. So this
Thank you, Swally.
Thank you, Swally. Sent this to me. This is Owen Benjamin's boy.
Yes.
Anomaly.
Anomaly.
But Anomaly with 0.
Oh, that's
like almost like a hacker. You know what I mean?
I
Like
got
a-
it.
Like a hacktivist.
Mike, I could tell he's a hacktivist because of the Matrix stuff in the video.
Just wanted to make sure that you were
I got it.
clear.
Yes.
So anyway,
Does he know Acid Brain?
I heard this dope song, and I was like, dude.
Does he know Crash Override?
Wasn't Crash Override the only guy to ever hack a Gibson?
The only guy, dude. You've heard about him? It's crazy.
Oh no, that was Zero Cool.
Well, I think Crash Override became Zero Cool, right? He was Crash Override, and then he became Zero Cool.
Maybe, I don't know, man. It's been a long time since I saw that great
documentary.
That documented great work of fucking film, the film masterpiece, the cinematic masterpiece that was Hackers.
Well, Anomaly made a rap song, and I guess I haven't heard this yet, so I guess we're gonna hear it. Here we go. It's called "I Like Trump."
Hundreds of millions of people feel this way. They're just not gonna tell you. I will. I like Trump. I don't really give a fuck. All y'all suck.
Yeah.
This is the guy.
Oh, man, let it play, man.
This is the guy with the mustache and long hair.
Why you
white guy?
Why you pausing?
No.
Yo, my man, you asked me to put the aux cable in, so I did, and now you're gonna shit on my dope fucking pick. He's got to throw in some. Yeah. By the way, you're missing a couple of and a couple of skits.
Yeah, you need those.
And a couple of, the long foghorn.
Yeah.
But other than that, so far so good.
I like Trump. I don't really give a fuck. Oh, y'all suck. I'm too real to play it safe. You fake and front. I'm the plug. Y'all just follow.
All right, pause. Is he a drug dealer?
I don't know, man.
But what is there's only.
I'll tell you what he is, though.
He's
a rhyme smuggler.
No, Anomaly. Are you just saying words you've heard in rap songs? Yes. Because you clearly don't know what the plug means unless you are a drug dealer. And Guillermo in the chat says he deals Trump, Mersh. Maybe he means he's a meme slinger, a meme dealer. He's the meme plug.
Sorry, I had to delete something. Some people are fucking stupid.
Uh-oh.
I apologize.
Do what they want. I don't jump. I'm just saying how I feel like Donald Trump. I like Trump. Be blunt and real. I do what I feel. Smoke a blunt and chill. Make 100 mil. Beat the system while the.
You've never made 100 million, Anomaly. You've never made 100 million.
But this is what I mean. You just slanged together a bunch of rap cliches and added "I like Trump" to them.
Matrix numbers peel. People hate, but I just make another deal. You don't understand the system. Yeah, I'm about to paint a picture. Yeah, media control the mind and censor everything that ever goes against them. Yeah, why they pin you as a victim? Yeah, so you always stay dependent. Yeah, then they tell you they gon' raise the taxes, help you out with everything you give them.
Someone goes, "Who's Anomaly?" Exactly. You've seen him. He pops up in base Facebook pages all the time.
He's woke, bro. This is really good.
This is him.
They said I'd never get here.
You know he has another song, right?
Justice League.
When did Jim Caviezel become a rapper?
This is what he looks like.
They wanted me to kill the kids or some shit, but I went my own route. 250 million views. No deal, no label, no manager.
This is. Ooh, you know how uncomfortable I am? Do you know how uncomfortable I am?
He thinks he has 250 million views because of his rapping?
I think he's doing a little. I think he's taking a little bit of license with the numbers.
Yeah.
I think he's counting his YouTube numbers about all his fucking flat Earth satellites aren't real bullshit or whatever.
A Ones and Zeros says, "Thanks, Mersh. I hate it."
Y'all fucked up. Listen. Hold up. I'm bringing hip hop back. They tried to kill it like Gaddafi. Rest in peace.
See that, man? They tried to kill it like Gaddafi.
They sleeping in the streets, but they feel this in Zimbabwe. Spend $1 trillion fighting war.
Who's trying to kill hip hop?
What are you talking about,
Again,
sir?
This is just this. You know what it is, man? It's they always how they always do those stupid bot songs. I've been doing those on Nightwave now, where somebody uses autocorrect and rewrites songs using they'll start off with 2 or 3 words of the lyrics, and then they just let autocomplete finish the songs.
That's awesome.
This sounds like those when they go, oh, I ran a bunch of old rap songs through a bot, and then I just let the bot write its own rap. This is seriously a low grade rap bot.
This is terrible.
Just saying rap stuff.
We got a couple Streamlabs here. Captain Shitstick says, "Hey guys, I have a few show notes for you. When I give you the signal, play the clip. Don't talk about my big bear Owen Benjamin. Don't laugh at things I think are offensive. Plug my pro-Jewish and pro-Muslim magazines. Shit that don't exist weekly." Bobby Jones, $5. You guys have been on a roll lately, loving the content. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
It's a mindset, and they don't want you to find strength. I might flex and raise the children to heights. Yes, I
Okay. All right. So
by the way, Daniel Sharney in the chat says they did kill Gaddafi. You are correct, but this song makes me want to fucking raise him from the dead just so I could kill him again. I don't fucking like this. It makes me angry.
So,
he's good, bro. Don't hate.
I see your terrible rap song, and I raise you one. I'm raising you one. Have you seen the Political Compass rap?
No.
Oh, you're about to learn. I bet you I'm gonna make a bet, and we'll let the chat decide. I bet you my rap song was worse than the one you brought.
Hi, I'm Totalitarian Right. I'm the voice of the people if the people are white. Don't mean to get up in your face, but we're getting replaced. Culture war now, let's win this race. Okay, $15, right? That's $1 for every year that she's been alive.
No.
Well, I keep telling you, it's not pedophilia, it's a febophilia. Oh, she's only 14? Guess it is pedophilia. Still, it's $1 off, right? Oh, hi, I'm anarchist, right? I don't believe in a state. None of this might makes right. I think market forces should...
is this happening?
I told you. I fucking told you. Somebody goes, I see Royce went dumpster diving again.
This guy makes Anomaly look like Kanye West.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This guy makes Anomaly look like Tupac.
should guide the world, and if there's a market for it, I should be able to buy this girl. $13.50 funnel offer. Make me sick. I am the proletariat. You two capitalist pigs will get round up and shot, and I will speak for the weak whether they want me to or not.
You want to get even more mad? 180,000 views, 13,000 likes. Luckily, it has 2,000 dislikes, but yeah.
I am totalitarian left. My side is the best. I realized the last 5 times we tried this we'll starve to death, but I have a really good feeling about the next. I'm anarchist left and... oh fuck, this is not the place for me. How do all these ideologies suck so much? Anyone want some DMT? I'll have some. Here. You, not for free. How do you expect to stimulate the economy? Okay, first things first. Fuck you. What did I do? Second, you want to crush people through the state. I mean, yeah, sure, the state is great. You claim to want equality, but how...
I'm...
You know what the best part is?
This shouldn't be allowed.
It's a 5-minute and 35-second song. It's not a 2-minute. It's not a 2-minute gag.
Yeah, this shouldn't be a 2-minute. This shouldn't be a 30-second gag. This shouldn't exist. He shouldn't exist.
No.
How can that be when the state is controlling how equal you can be? And third, fuck you! And fourth, you're not even an anarchist, dude. You expect to keep the people in line without a state? Please. At least the 3 of us aren't contradictory. What? This guy claims to be an anarchist, but fetishizes cops. Hey, if cops can be bought, then cops are great. They're only bad when they're used as tools of the state.
Yeah.
Cops are awesome when you can be like...
Clearly you're the side most deserving of hate. Are you fucking kidding me? There's a Nazi in the Northeast. I do not see what you mean.
Huh? He does not see what you mean.
I would like to kill all 4 of him.
Now, here's the thing. Would you be a serial killer or just a regular killer? Because there is 4 people.
No, technically I'd be considered a spree killer because I would do it all in one
shot.
Or a mass killer because it's usually, a mass killer. Am I correct? What's the term? Yeah, mass killer I think is when you just fucking snap, go one big one.
This guy's a treat. Stop whining about tyranny. You'll never achieve anything with anarchy. I only keep you around because you shut their speech down. There should be no platform for government or Nazis. There the left goes again, threatening my free speech. I just want you to hear my important ideas. I'm not gonna listen to a fucking Nazi. I'm not a Nazi. That's simply untrue, though I will say, not a big fan of
Can
the
we use
Jews.
this video as proof that he's actually needs to be Baker acted?
This is terrible.
Or 50-50 or whatever.
Whatever state he's in. Well, he's a Canadian, I think. Let me see. Dreg. If you disagree with what I put on character chart, keep in mind that I'm going off of the political compass diagram. Where you can find me here. Fascism is a radical right-wing ideology. I've changed authoritarian to totalitarian, libertarian to anarchist to demonstrate extreme.
Who cares? You're not clever. What is this? What is this?
I guess his manifesto.
He really is like, this was my masterpiece.
Yeah.
Globalists. He means globalists. What? No, I don't. Work with me here!
You're clearly a Nazi!
I'm more of a race realist, white identitarian who believes in strong government. Sure, totalitarian, but I don't want genocide. I just want an ethno-state. What if people don't want to leave? Then we have a genocide and it's great! This is why I can't associate.
Rex Filipino just says, I don't like these gender queer infinity stones. These are the infinity anal beads. It's very funny.
With you. Agreed. Come near me and it's World War II too. We both know there's a pipeline between you and me, and you seem embarrassed by how much we agree.
I feel like I'm watching it's a remake of the Brady Bunch, except it's just 4 incels that moved in together.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Is complain, you goddamn hippie. You think everyone can just get along, but the truth is ruthless. You're ruled by the strong. Exactly.
Oh!
So, guys, now we'll see. Which was the worst rap song? Was it Anomaly's rap song, or was it this one? Just curious.
To stop this wanton destruction.
Oh, Styx also put on a new song, but I can't. I can't do that.
Can I be honest with you? I think Anomaly's worse.
Oh, okay. Well, I like to hear this.
Anomaly's
Keep
taking
in mind,
it
he
seriously.
needed to steal the car to get away from the crime.
Anomaly is taking it more seriously and trying to sound black. This one, I think, is more terrible overall. But if we're talking about...
I think this is worse.
I think that this song is pretty bad, but again, there's something about Anomaly being like... Yeah, metamorphosis and the Porsches and the forces and the floorboards and the Porsches.
I love
globalists and the floor, the Illuminatis. It's the secret societies. There's something so much worse about that.
And
this guy's trying to be like,
this.
hey, and I'm a anarchist with a baseball bat, and I'm gonna but he's like, oh yeah, and the secret societies and the Illuminatis and the triangles, and it's really bad.
I will say, to be fair here, the chat is split down the middle. We got a divided chat here in terms of what
people are fighting about this.
Yeah,
but
this is.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of really I'm sticking with Anomaly because again, he's like, I'm gonna put a hoodie on and I'm gonna be like suddenly black guy, even though I'm not black guy. I'm the plug. Make 100 million sold. Gotta beat the Bush doctrine. It's just so much worse. Yeah, there you go. Mauricio is metamorphosis, dark forces. Dark forces is metamorphosis.
Of course I'm on tour. I'm driving a Porsche over the floorboards, over the 4 points. Way in the 4 torn. And the Porsche. Same time to hear supporting.
Fucking A.
Look what I'm planning. I'm planning to do all this while you're panicking. And you're looking and staring at mannequins. And I'm going to fannikins trying to get up a planikins. All of the planikins, panikins. Well, all the mannequins, Anna in the cabana. I'm in a cabana in the Janet. I'm in a cabana chanting all the stand-up banner. Well, you don't got the stamina, you're lacking the stamina.
So,
but I still, I don't know, man. I'm not. I would die on the hill of Anomaly. Again, that guy in the squares is way cornier, and I think the song. If you're gonna compare songs, the song Royce found is worse. But if you're going to compare the weird guy that made a weird little comic explaining politics, as opposed to this is egregious, Royce. This is the sort of thing that shouldn't be allowed.
Okay, so we have those two. Now, do we think that either one of them is worse than this? Because this is our so far.
Well, now you're comparing a live performance, which I'm uncomfortable with.
Okay, that's fair. This right now, remember, is so far our top of the cringe list that we've listened to.
Why are we doing this again?
Yo, not just to pre-compile a change of op codes. We're here to sustain and scale all the full nodes.
Proof of stake is hard, but what I do know is when we learn a shard, we'll change the whole game, though.
2.0, yo.
And I will agree, a live performance is more difficult to judge. It's not fair. The other ones had produced beats.
Somebody said in the chat, "Let's hear you rap, Mersh, internet tough guy." But here's the thing, right? Ready? No. See how easy that was? You see Anomaly, how easy that was? Just don't do it. I should rap and Anomaly should rap in the same way that Royce should go try out for the Dolphins tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to play for the Dolphins. So
he would
yeah,
get
exactly.
hit one time
And
by
die.
one of these 20-year-olds.
And die. I would be dead. I would be dead. So
I'll
no.
be, give me a couple of minutes, and I'll get up.
Yeah.
Just leave me alone. I'm fine.
Leave me. Just.
Are you crying?
Yeah,
I'm not
no,
crying.
I'm tired.
It's sweat because the helmet pushes it into your eye. You leave me alone, please. Oh fuck.
Oh, Mike, I want to show you a quick little video about diversity. I think we could all learn from. It's only 9 seconds, so it'll be quick.
I'm just laughing. I'm sorry, but you just pulled up a picture of a black youth and somebody else in a hoodie, and you said, "I'm going to show you something about diversity." It's only 9 seconds long, and I'm like, "Oh no, it's not." There's no Good Samaritan videos that are only 9 seconds long.
So I wanted to share this with you. Here you go.
Oh no.
I'll show you finesse.
Whoa! And he's out. And then and he's out.
Well, I called it. I literally knew exactly what was going to happen.
See that again.
As soon as you said 9 seconds, I went, "This isn't gonna."
I'll show you finesse.
Diversified, motherfucker. And he's out.
Hey, can Fada Kings take that and add the based?
So based.
Or no, Ed,
based.
Can you do the based meme that you guys have been doing, but instead of based, can you just write defend Europa?
Yeah, so they knock him. It's a knockout game for those who don't know, and it's a game where the objective is to just, knock somebody out, I guess. I want to...
I just knew right away. He goes, "I'm going to show you a video about diversity. It's 9 seconds long." I'm like, "It's not going to be a good video. There's no good video that's that long."
So did you know, Mike, that in India...
They shit in the streets.
Yeah, but also...
They do something they call Romeo dialing. You've heard of Romeo dialing,
What's
right?
Romeo dialing?
No, they legitimately do this in India.
What is
where
it?
they actually, and this I heard about this on Cumtown, so I'm giving them credit. But it's where they like look up phone numbers on like whitepages.com, or they get a phone book and they just blind dial women and go like, "Hello, baby, I love you. Would you like to meet with me for?" Yeah, Romeo dialing.
I did not know about that.
You learn a lot of things when you listen to fucking comedian crypto fascist podcasts.
Well, there's a Queens of Comedy going on in India. They all speak English, don't worry. But it's about feminism and how women need to be treated, equally. So remember, this is comedy, so it's going to be really funny.
Like Roy said, they speak English, so don't worry. We'll be able to tell they're not funny.
Yeah, we'll be able to understand they're not funny. So let's check out Queens of Comedy. Surbrihi on India.
Hey guys, thanks for coming out tonight. You guys look great. Do you work out a lot? I do. I work out a lot. Just the other day, guys, I went to the gym, had a good workout, did like 3 crunches in 1 hour. Impressive, right? And then I checked myself for abs. But nothing.
What? No, what? Give her a chance, man.
You know how,
you've done comedy, Mike. As a comic, she has to build up to her good stuff.
Do you know how, when you call your credit card company and you got to deal with one of these fine people, you always feel like you're talking to somebody who's just trying to do a best impersonation of Americans as they possibly can. This feels like an impersonation of an American comedy act.
Yeah.
Yes, hello. I'm very happy to be here. I'd like to talk about my smelly vagina, please. So my vagina is so smelly. It is so smelly.
Called her Deli Belly.
My vagina, it smells like a farm animal. This is true story.
So I got out of the gym, disappointed, when this random guy came up to me and
This
went...
random guy comes up to me and he says, "Would you like to be my would you like to get in an arranged marriage with me?" And then we shit in the streets. It was very crazy.
Holding hands.
It's like, whoa, excuse me, bhaiya, feminism aa chuka hai. So he went again and said, it's like, whoa, hold on a second. I think I need to talk to him in his language. So I went, and then he said, "Oh, madam, feminism, pehle kyun nahi bola yaar? Sorry. Yes,
This is not funny in any way.
Superpower, folks. We are 8 months away. We are 8 months away from Superpower India.
Oh boy.
No, that didn't happen. I had to go to the gym. Just kidding.
And now now she'll have to start like imitating like current American culture.
Yeah.
So what is the deal with this Donald Trump? He's so crazy, right?
Oh.
He's so nutty. This Donald Trump, he is so orange man. He is so crazy.
Oh wait, oh no. She gets into this stuff.
Guys, what I'm getting to is that feminism is a lot like going to the gym, you know. You cannot look for immediate results. It doesn't happen overnight. Just like you don't get abs overnight, you don't get equal rights overnight. Although, realistically, abs are much easier to get. But
Except they already have equal rights here. Abs are extremely hard to get.
Very difficult.
Especially when you're older.
Very difficult.
thing, okay? I feel like Indian society looks fine on the outside, looks great. But on the inside, it's been having a lot of McDonald's. Used to go to the gym. I mean, you look at me and you think, wow, she's stunning.
I can't deal with this. I just can't do it.
It feels very like she's read it. It's like she's It's not. She doesn't feel. She feels like she's memorized her lines.
Yeah, she doesn't even know what's funny or not. She's
Right.
just memorizing lines.
She memorized lines and she's repeating them. She feels like an animatronic at Disney World.
What if she starts imitating Nanette? So, and now I would like to tell you about my rape that I cannot prove happened. And then they had to change my Wikipedia so that it does not reflect my rape because I do not want people to start looking into things like they did with Jussie Smollett. Does anybody relate to that? Does anybody else have a possibly made up rape? Anyone?
Hold on. To be fair, it's India, so they all have real rapes. They were all actually raped.
And done for no reason at all. After they were done raping me, and it's usually extremely tired after a rape, they left and then came back to the same place and beat me up for no reason. Very weird story, but hopefully you believe it and make a Netflix special.
Now this guy that killed Apu is gonna fucking Indian mascara guy's gonna be mad at us.
Oh shit.
Right, guys? Mom thinks I'm stunning. But you don't know what's happening on the inside. I might be missing a few organs. My appendix might be fucked. Gotta get that checked out. And you're right, I need a nose job, you're right.
But unfortunately, my grandmother, she was 42% Ashkenazi.
Says that
Yes, we're even here too. I know it everywhere. You have to have banks in India.
we could all use a little improvement. And so could Indian society, you know? Which is why I think India really needs to hit the gym. Imagine India at the gym. It looks at Saudi Arabia on the treadmill first day, just, bloated with patriarchy. India's like,
Patriarchy, dude.
do I need to? I mean, I'm so much better. I mean, I don't need to work on myself.
Imagine if God was a woman. It's just all this old hack women.
Terrible.
It's just all the old hack female premises.
Yeah,
Being single in the big city, it is so hard to be alone in the big city. These men nowadays, they all play with toys and video games.
Next day, Canada walks in, wearing just a sports bra, has that kind of confidence in his body, flaunting six-pack abs of equality. And India's like,
Why do you want to be like Canada? Canada's terrible. Who the fuck wants to be like Canada? Get out of here with that shit. I mean, I get that you guys shit in the streets, but at least your prime minister isn't a fucking bisexual drama teacher that's probably the son of Fidel Castro.
She starts pushing what do you call it? She starts pushing like the interracial couple stuff. Watch. They think the producers are going to get their hands on this one and she's going to be like, oh my goodness, I had the experience recently with a black man. It was like chocolate. It was like having sex with a chocolate Vishnu. It was like being raped by a chocolate Vishnu. Like four big penises.
Fucking Christ.
If you do not get pregnant by black man, you are racist. You are very racist. And remember that Israel is our greatest ally.
Oh boy, they're just turning into us. Can somebody warn them, please?
I just wanted to come out here, and first of all, I would like to denounce the alt-right and all of alt-right is extremists. This is very bad.
So,
you street shitting bitch.
So yes,
that was fun.
That was great. That was good. I'm probably gonna cut that one up. So yesterday,
Has anyone here ever heard of the Holocaust? It was very terrible. It's over 20 billion people killed.
Come on, man.
Well, they got to juice the numbers up because 6 million in India. They don't even.
Well,
Like, what is that?
Jew the numbers up, but
We
yeah.
we had 6 million people die in an apartment complex fire
that's a
yesterday.
good point,
It's
yeah.
India. They got to beef the numbers up to sell it to the Indians.
Over 20 billion butted pieces. Why did they have wooden doors in their
Stop.
You're the one doing it.
Enough.
But it's not them, it's you.
It's fun to just blame them, though.
All right, look. Oh, Johnny Arcade put another little video up for us. So remember when yesterday we played Roseanne calling Owen Benjamin a fag?
Well, you know, Owen in true form. Let it just fucking wash off his back, because that's how Owen is. He doesn't like to get into fights with people.
Here you go.
Dude, Roseanne Barr called me a fag yesterday. I was surprised she was alive. I was, you know, in good spirits. But a lot of people would be like, a really famous comedian.
I was in such good spirits, it was crazy.
It's like insane how great it is.
He calls you a fag. That must bum you out. No, see, the way I see life is a member of a tribe of small hats who has severe brain damage, by the way, fact, who married Tom Arnold and was disgraced by a tweet, which I defended her, by the way. But her calling me a fag couldn't be better.
Couldn't be better.
It's like that is the best compliment because a literal crazy person who's, you know, pro baby murder, you know, all about just being gross, you know, Tom Arnold's dick.
I mean, to be
the
fair,
fact she looks at
Owen,
me and says,
to be fair here, at the time, nobody really thought, like, she's fucking Tom Arnold. Look how gross for her. That
No.
wasn't really the punchline at the time.
Owen.
fag, I'm like, yes. And the fact that
You really, how do people, every time I clip these, first off, the first thing everyone says, oh, you talk about is, not really, no, we talk about a lot of things. So let's start with that. Secondly, you guys are losers, and then they call us gammas and all that stuff. But seriously, Bears, and I mean this sincerely, this is my last-ditch effort, 'cause look in the mirror and go, what am I doing? Do you understand this man is pretending like Roseanne calling him a fag is a good thing?
It's awesome.
Why?
Because he's got logos, and he's going to stop the wizardry and expose the...
she isn't dead, I thought was a win because I still think she's cool. Whether she calls me a fag or not, I don't care. All right.
So that's his Roseanne thing. But yeah, look, he delved a little bit deeper
Now I
here.
gotta go get some smokes.
I love Roseanne. She's the best, man.
You can join unauthorized.tv. That's the long-term one. Every one of these streams goes on there, and I will be
Very
streaming.
long-term.
Very long term, of course, yeah. Uh-huh. How are you gonna accept money?
Guys, we got a fucking GoDaddy site. Very long-term.
There, starting in May. And that's a good way to support the good guys, the fighters, the guys throwing haymakers, not taking money from, Glenn Beck or sponsorships.
It's happening.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just you then sacrifice your ability to tell the truth because you have to say whatever they tell you to say.
But listen, I'm going to point something out here really quick. I want everyone to look at
that
this.
he's right?
It's not even that. I want everyone to put something out. I am a fat man. I will be the first one to say it, okay? It's just, I want to point that because, ooh, you would look at you. Look at that. Look how chunky he is now.
It's getting a little chunky.
He's is that a tit? That looks like a tit.
No, that's not.
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
it looks like a tit.
Take it from me. I
That's
know
a
the
titty.
difference.
That's
that
a titty.
wasn't his. First, you think his jacket's, but that's not his jacket bunching up. I'm just saying.
That's the old Opie Hughes look.
I am just saying, and that usually happens to gammas.
Don't get me wrong. I'd love to be on something called Blaze TV. No, I wouldn't. I don't like doing sarcasm anymore.
Because that would be like doing comedy, and that's
And I don't know
out
how
of
to
the
do
question.
that. Yeah, there's no way
Out
I'm
of the
doing it.
question. I'm not going to have anything to do with that.
That's a nightmare. That would actually be a nightmare for me. That would be a Crowder does have integrity in a way. Not totally though. He's
Ooh, it's happening. It's slowly
Who
happening.
called it?
Well, we did.
Exactly.
Because it was as soon as he fired him, we knew it was going to happen.
Exactly.
I actually
And-
held out longer than I thought.
Yeah, we knew it's going to turn on Crowder. It's going to happen.
he didn't back up his boy. But he's a good guy and I support him. But he has integrity to his own views, but when Nake Jarrett and the German robot and all those guys all quit without giving any notice, just in a week, I was there the next week to back him up because he felt horrible about it, and it was a real shot to his integrity. And then when anything bad would happen to me after I questioned the moon landing, where was my buddy Steven Crowder? He was cashing them checks, cashing them checks, cashing them checks.
Buddy.
I think he's cashing them checks.
Buddy. I don't think it was the moon stuff so much. Let's be fair here. It was not the moon stuff
It was
that
the
got
other
Crowder.
thing.
It was mostly, the other stuff.
Yeah. And he says, and after all these people left, maybe those people were right for leaving. Did you ever think of that, Owen? That maybe those people left for a reason?
Yeah, it's not just the moon stuff. It's
Yeah.
the moon stuff and the crazy screaming and the doxing and the threats and the stolen valor and the Jew stuff. It's a lot of things, Owen.
And that's something else that Romeo in the chat points out. He puts quit. When those people quit. Is that what happened, Owen? Did those people quit? What did Crowder tell you happened? I would love to know what Crowder told Owen happened and why they left. Because I'm sure it was a different story than whatever the official story is.
I was here. Do a personal fitness show? You don't want someone that isn't fit to do I have strength, but I'm not like fit.
Titty strength. What?
Hashtag titty strength?
Titty strength.
I have good grip.
This man is a delusional lunatic. That's what it is. At this point, it's delusional lunatic rambling.
If somebody in my family were daily acting and talking like Owen Benjamin, I'd have deep concerns for them. If you started acting like this on a regular basis or vice versa, the other one would be like, is he okay? Yeah, maybe it's just a bad day. Like, if you have one day of this, I get it.
yeah,
We all have a day of being like Owen Benjamin.
Yeah, of course.
So the next day, you're like, sorry, man, yesterday was rough. This guy's on like month 6.
This is crazy.
If Crowder was a man, he would have Big Bear's back. Don't go there. Well, yeah, but I still support him. That's the irony, is he doesn't need to have my back.
That's not irony, Owen.
I see what those people are doing as a threat to themselves. And I used to get more angry at that stuff, because I felt like I was cornered, or I felt like if these people, if people turned on me, then, it threatened my family and stuff. That's one reason why I got a farm and goats and stuff. We're not going to starve. In fact, we're giving a lot of our neighbors stuff because we have so much food now. So
I don't want any food that Owen Benjamin grew. I'll just be
Wait a
clear.
minute. How much? He just built these
Yes,
raised beds,
thank
right?
you. I was going to say the
and
same thing.
He just
Sorry, go
bought
ahead.
some goats, and he bought a few chickens. How much food is he producing
Yeah,
in this bread basket in Gig Harbor, Washington?
It just stopped snowing there, too. So how quickly do your crops grow, Owen?
I get to just be like, hey, man, everyone can see that you didn't have my back. Everyone can see that I had your back. Everyone knows that CPAC was run by Israel. That's blatantly obvious to everyone. And stand-up comedians are a threat because we are the bridge between working America.
I don't like him saying stand-up comedians and we in the same sentence.
Or comedians.
Yeah, good point.
And the media retards.
Or we.
Yeah.
So that's just a fact. But I'm glad he's out there, and I think that if people keep dividing, and if people keep if I start a beef with this guy, beef with that guy, it hurts the whole team. And I want people to support him regardless. But if he's going to take passive-aggressive shots and, the dog that isn't barking type thing, like, noticeably not have his friends back when his friends are being attacked.
By the way,
what passive-aggressive shot? Did I miss something? Did Crowder take a shot at him?
Crowder has been making references that by some stretch might be about Owen, and then people like Johnny Arcade and other shit stirrers have been posting it and giving it titles like Steven Crowder takes vicious shot at the bowel of Owen Benjamin.
Yeah.
But I think that like they're just playing into his paranoia.
Got it,
I don't know
got
if
it.
they're real. But yeah, it was like anything that references like Jew hate. Like they had some sketch where they referenced like some senator that hates Jews. And,
Okay.
But it was like, I was a shot at Owen. And you're like, yeah, that's kind of a stretch. But of course they've been cutting it up and going, hey, Owen, this guy's fucking talking shit about it, which is hilarious. Also, I just want to point out, Owen, how much the opposite he is from somebody like, let's say, Nick DiPaolo. Like a guy that does a show from a studio that he built with his bare hands, with a producer off camera that helps him with phone lines. He wears a suit. He has lighting. He has cameras. He's on at the same time every day, like hard ins, hard outs. And it's just versus Owen, like, like this is just insanity.
Yeah, I'm trying to find more about what he's saying. I'm sure someone will send it to us.
God,
I want him.
I just want to be able to just be lazy and just turn a laptop mic on and just scream into it for 4 hours and demand money. I want to do that instead of trying to put shows together and content.
To know that if he keeps that up, more and more people will keep turning away, and the IQ of his viewers will drop. Same thing happened to Alex Jones. Same thing happened to Joe Rogan. Same thing happened.
Okay, so this is what they're saying is him making fun of. I found this is what people are talking about.
Color me shocked that you'd say that, considering who signed your paycheck, Stevens. It's all about the Benjamins, right? I don't know what.
All right, so let me back up. So the anti-Semitic taint is apparently a taint who's anti-Semitic. Again, before... listen, we'll get to...
Dude, he's so funny.
Before the even Owen stuff, I'm very sorry.
He likes to shine... Like,
before the Owen stuff, this is his bit. His bit is talking to a taint with a wig on it.
Crowder's style...
Holy shit!
Crowder's style of comedy is sort of like... he's a satirist, and he likes to hold a mirror up to society.
You said faggot wrong.
And kind of hold a mirror up to society, man.
Oh, it's anti-comedy. Thank you, Evil. Okay, that makes sense.
Color me shocked that you'd say that, considering who signed your paycheck, Stevens. It's all about the Benjamins, right? I don't know what that means. This is the reason we're involved in endless foreign wars, as our brave men and women are fighting overseas, as Vice President Joe Biden himself described them. Shylocks back home are taking advantage of them with foreclosures and bad law.
I think this interview's over. It's over. Yeah, thank you.
That was it.
I don't know if that could be because he said all about the Benjamins. That's. I will have to say that feels like a stretch to me. That does feel like a stretch to me.
God, the facial expression.
They sodomized him in a cornfield.
Oh, this is okay. Check this out.
Sidekick Bear has been shot in the head. And look at him. He's still working for Mossad. He's deep state. He's my handler. He's friends with Ari. Don't fucking tell him I know that. No, everything's great, Sidekick Bear. You're really a good guy. Diversity is our strength. Dude, he's gonna kill me. Sidekick Bear's gonna kill me. Diversity's great, Sidekick Bear. Man, that Joe Rogan sure does, relate to the working man these days. You guys still have the political... He's gonna kill me. Sidekick Bear says he's gonna bury me in his own cave.
Now,
this is.
Look, of course, once you make fun of this, to preface it, because the people are, I understand he's doing a bit. I get it.
But it's so poorly executed.
But it's terribly executed. It's not thought through in any way. He's just... Everything about him... He sucks humor out of everything. He is a black hole for humor. He sucks anything that could potentially be funny. He ruins it. He is not a funny person.
Can you imagine the old days of the Comedy Store and all these guys like sitting at a booth somewhere riffing on bits and talking shit, and him just constantly like. Yeah, I wonder if he's like the West Coast Chip Chipperson.
You think so? That would make sense.
Just know, if someone kills me, it's Sidekick Bear. He's not my friend. No, totally, right? Yeah, Israel's our greatest ally.
This is hard to watch.
I will beat Sidekick Bear, though. All right. This is my grandfather.
All right. But you know, folks, that is literally the YouTube version of. But you know, folks.
Wow, that was really
Nah,
rough.
but seriously, folks.
Al, he was a lead miner. Wasn't allowed to. He didn't finish school. Legend, the original Bear, died at 80, getting his hair cut, just fell down. That's the kind of guy I want to be like.
That barber.
Did he still have to pay for his haircut?
You should sue the barber for sure.
Yeah.
Well, you got to at least, might as well finish because we're going to have to bury him with a nice haircut.
Good point.
Not these faggots. They're like, well, if you don't toe the line, you won't get your sponsorship money, Big Bear. I don't do the sodomy route, guys. You know?
No, what you do is have to have talks with Amy because now you're worried you don't have a PayPal. Shut up, Owen. Stop pretending that you're not panicking right now. You are panicking. You're not well off. The guy who, and I'll never forget this, when we were going way back when we were going after him, when he was going after us too, you specifically. I remember him saying, like, you think YouTube, I make a lot of money for YouTube. You think they're ever going to demonetize me or kick me off? Are you crazy?
And we said, yes, they will, very much.
And he's like, I was in YouTube studio and filmed something for them. I'm like, you're right, Owen, you're right. And then we said, yes, they are. Now he's playing like, I never cared about it. None of this mattered. NC Red says, for $5, didn't y'all know Owen is one of the top 10 living comedians today?
According to whom?
According to Owen. Spencer Lanner's $5. Here's $5.
That's according to Owen's mother, and he's still number 8.
Here's $5 and the Sidekick Bear bit, please. And $5. I got $5 on that divorce, putting my chips on May 3rd. You only have like a week. You got a week. You think? I don't know,
true.
man. It's gonna be rough.
Oh, Big Red, it just happens like this fucking week. Like fucking, I will be dunking on fools.
Ian Undercover says divorce is years away.
I didn't say
Sidekick
divorce.
Bear
I
wants-
never said divorce.
Said leave.
I said they'd be separated.
Separated, yeah.
All I mean is separate domiciles, and I meant technically too.
Staying with her mom.
Because some people are like, well, he's staying out on property some nights in that fucking sauna, maybe that. I'm like, that doesn't count. I mean, off the property. It doesn't have to be a divorce, but it's got to be taking the kids. We got to get away for a little bit. That counts.
Yeah.
But I'm getting very close
the
on
only
that.
reason here's the only reason I'm not saying. Are these kids in
I
school?
should have said by the summer because when the kids get out of school.
Yeah, because that's what I was going to say. Because the school, I think they want the kids to finish school.
He worked for Blaze TV for a little while until they sodomized him in a cornfield. That's a true story. Sidekick Bear signed a deal, right? Sidekick Bear used to work for CRTV, and he had a nice little contract, a lot of freedom though, let him be himself. And then in swoops in Glenn Beck and the Blaze TV, and he thinks he's got it made, right?
Is Sidekick Bear Crowder in this situation? Owen's terrible at metaphors.
They sodomized him in a cornfield. Yeah, isn't that crazy? He hasn't been the same since. Sodomized him.
Owen, you haven't been the same since you were on fucking Joey Diaz's show. You haven't been the same. You're a broken man. Look at his face. Holy shit. Look, we got to wrap up.
He's starting to look like the Hound. Guys, it's time to go. We're out of this place. Go fuck yourselves. Shoot off to space or something. I don't know. I'm working on it. Spitballing.
Nightwave?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Nightwave
10 o'clock tonight.
Daywave tomorrow. That's youtube.com/Daywave Live. if you
So
wanna get
goddamn
there.
hot in here.
It is very warm in here. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Mike will be on in a little bit. Well, at 10 p.m., not a little bit. He's going to play some Apex first, I'm sure.
Murdering it.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you tomorrow. Revenge of the Sith.